Blessed Rising Soul Family, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, this is Soul Family Oracle. I deliver messages from the divine, the depth of our soul, our spirit guides, and our ancestors. And if you're returning, as always, thank you so much. I am so grateful for all your support and everything that you do to help the channel. And I would like to say a big thank you to all our new subscribers. I'm so grateful to have you guys here with us. Today's message was channeled from the energy of the Ascended Masters, and it basically says that the Ascended Masters are here to help and guide you. The Ascended Masters are here to help and guide you, and I feel like there's somebody that needs to know that. And another thing that was coming through was the building of your spiritual team, which is coming through now, but it was initially opening communication with your spiritual team, which was the two cards that came out when I was trying to reflect on the energy of the message. It was card number 2, which says Ascended Masters, and under it says create an open communication. And the next one was Cosmic Ancestors, voice your concerns. So the main message that was coming through the download was that you have Ascended Masters, 1, 2, 3 on the timer. You have Ascended Masters around you that are offering you their help, offering you their support. But there's a need for you to tune in and open communication with them so that you can ask what you would like to know, what you would like help with, support with, right? And I feel like with the building of the spiritual team, this is coming in to say that there are Ascended Masters that are part of your spiritual team, or you have Ascended Masters part of your spiritual team also. Okay, and now the concept or the meaning or understanding of Ascended Masters in the spiritual concept is believed, or spiritual context, is believed to, Ascended Masters are believed to be beings that have closed out a cycle of karma and gone through the highest form of ascension in one lifetime. Okay, so it's like, you see how we've spoken about reincarnations and how we reincarnate sometimes with past life karma, and the things that we go through and experience in this lifetime are as a result of the past life karma that we incurred, right? Now, Ascended Masters, they have healed and cleared those karmas in one lifetime. It's like they've gone through the process multiple times but closed out the cycles. Okay, so karma is very significant in the energy when it comes to Ascended Masters. There's a lot of things that they have had to close out. Okay, and so they go through a longer period of healing and awakening and all that. But that's not what this message is about. Okay, this message is coming through to speak to specifically a group of Ascended Masters who might not know you are Ascended Masters, or Ascended Masters who don't know how to tap into that higher knowledge you have as Ascended Masters. And another thing that was coming through was that there are too many teachers living as students. Okay, there are too many teachers living as students, and I feel like this is that energy of Ascended Masters who don't know who they are. And so I could be speaking to a group of people who are Ascended Masters, and the Ascended Master, first of all, the Ascended Master energy puts you in the energy of becoming a teacher. When you ascend and become an Ascended Master, that means you have reached this level of ascension and self-mastery. Okay, the master, it's from self-mastery. The ascension is from the healing and the various evolutions from the different lifetimes of clearing karma and basically inquiring dharma based on whatever it is your purpose was. Okay, and usually the purpose is for the highest good, which is to enlighten humanity, to bring light into the world. So if we speak of Ascended Masters, example of Ascended Masters are like Buddha, okay, Yeshua, Krishna, Mary, Magdalene, okay, like even Mary, the mother of Yeshua. And that is even more mainstream than Mary Magdalene, which is believed mainly among spiritualists. Okay, you have Kali, you have Kuan Yin, Sanat Kumara. So these are some of the more commonly known ones that I also know, because it's something that I myself am also getting more and more into. Okay, and the ascended masters always come through to come and help the ascension of the collective. They come through to come and give knowledge to help the ascension of the collective, because they've gone through it, and they go through a period of self-mastery because they themselves have to be in that human form and go through hardships and face challenges, okay, that would allow them to now acquire the knowledge that helps them to reach this self-mastery, which is the course that a lot of us are on right now. And so, for instance, for a lot of people, like I was saying, there are a lot of too many teachers are living as students. A lot of people are actually ascended masters that do not know they are ascended masters, and so they are not reaching the self-mastery that will help them to become the teachers of the wisdom that they already innately have acquired from previous lifetimes. It just needs to be like awakened in this lifetime. You understand? And in that awakening, they are able to now enlighten other people. So, for instance, an example: if you are a life path with a master number, that is a clear sign of you being an ascended master, or so you being an ascended master with the energy to teach others with higher knowledge or higher wisdom from the various reincarnations, because you've ascended and closed out many cycles of karma. You've closed out many cycles of karma and fulfilled many lifetimes living in your purpose. That is the other thing that makes an ascended master. Becoming the ascended master, they didn't just become by going through the trials and tribulations or the challenges and releasing and healing. It's not just about that. The main thing with being the ascended master or becoming an ascended master is what happens after all the challenges and trials and tribulations, those things. After all those things, it's like when they go through that period, the final point is where now they live in their purpose. They live their life. They live they live their life living in their purpose. They live their life in their purpose. Okay, so they basically go through their life. They dedicate their life to fulfilling the purpose, which is usually channeled towards the collective good. So when you look at the story of the ascended masters, it's always a part of, there's something that they were involved in or may have been in concerning the 3D world, their 3D reality, right? And then they move to a stage of challenges and internal conflict and hardship. And then they move to a stage of external conflict, right? And then from that stage, they move to the stage of what? Now being who they were truly meant to be, or finding themselves and living from that energy of who they truly meant to be. And for some, that purpose or that energy of being who they were truly meant to be will mean them losing everything, or will mean them losing their life, or will mean them taking a certain path. Okay, and so there's a need to understand that just like the energy of the ascended masters, 818 on the timer, like just like the energy of the ascended masters, there's like a path which is almost like has been drawn out of the various things that we'll go through, which I'm sure like a lot of you already identify with. Right. And this is heavy energy of ascended masters, because there's a self-mastery that needs to be reached, that can only be reached from what? Those trials and challenges and things and hardships that come at the beginning phases of the life before you go through them and now come and face the ones that come with purpose. So it's like being able to live from your purpose regardless of what happens or what has happened. So in this state, it's like this is where the ascended masters are coming in to say that we are here to guide and support you, because I feel like a lot of you, this is that point where now it's like you are needing to reach the self-mastery, but because you don't already know who you are, it has become difficult. Okay, and this is because of the kind of the age we've been in, where people have been blocked from really getting to explore their spirituality, getting to know themselves, getting to really find themselves, and now be able to learn themselves and reach self-mastery in terms of like knowing who they are, being really strong in their energy, being grounded in their identities, of the true identities of their soul. You understand? So, wow. So I am going to be clarifying with the animal spirit oracle deck and also the shamanic healing deck simultaneously, whichever one I pick or I'm called to pick when I need to clarify. Okay, so I feel like with this first card saying ascended masters and create open communication, there's a need for you to create communication. If you already identify with some ascended masters or are already working with some ascended masters, there's a need for you to open communication with them. Because the other thing with ascended masters is they have had that human experience. Okay, so it's like there's this know-how of how to like deal with things or to maneuver things that involve the human reality. 10-4-44 on the timer. That's 1044. Things that involve the human reality, things that involve the human experience, the emotional experience, because they've had first-hand experience with these things. So they have like first-hand experience basically. Okay, so it's like in this communication, it's like for a lot of people that are ascended masters who don't know that they are, like an example of an ascended master is if your life path number is an ascended, is a master number. Okay, if your life path number is a master number, that's one sign that you have ascended master energy, and that is also the individual life path. Master numbers have their various meanings that like you need to understand. So finding your life path number and understanding what that is. For instance, number 33 is the life path number of the ascended teacher. You understand? So life path number 33 people are meant to be in this energy of ascended masters where it's like they teach others. Like we are meant to be teachers. We're meant to be people that bring enlightenment and awakening to others. So we've had many lifetimes of needing to be teachers, of having this purpose of being teachers or being educators of esoteric knowledge, being keepers of esoteric knowledge, being scribes and stuff like that. So when you look at this and you can really see how, wait, hold on guys. Yeah, sorry, it was kids I made friends with at the hotel. It's yeah. They came to say good morning and then check out, but I'll go downstairs and see them later. So it's like this energy of the ascended masters. I think I was trying to say about, so number 33, it's going to be when you have a sense of your past lives, you will see how there's been a lot of like lifetimes where the purpose has been surrounding teaching or enlightenment or bringing some form of like esoteric knowledge or guidance to the collective or to a group of people. You understand? And so you see, like for instance, Yeshua. Okay, we know that Yeshua, from what we're told, died at 33, but some of us also believe that is a significant number that represents when his life took a different path, right? Like a life path number, and then like a different path, as in that age of 33 was when his life turned, like everything changed. Okay, like everything changed for the long haul, whether it was truly he was unalive, or resurrected or whatever happened, but basically at that age of 33. And so some, for instance, use that or compare that to being like similar to an ascended life path number 33. Okay, all right. So another thing with ascended master energies that was coming out is like with the cosmic ancestors and voice your consent. It's like there's a need to voice out what it is that you need to understand, because ascended master energy, it comes with a lot of different vibrations and frequencies of understanding and like it's almost as if it's like when you look at, for instance, the different cultures and the different links to the various ascended masters. Like, when we speak of Yeshua, we speak of Krishna, we speak of Kali, we speak of the various, I'm not getting the names, the like I'm not remembering the names, but I was going to say like the various ones that we know, from instance, from the Bible. You understand, like the prophet Enoch, for instance, who is believed to be Archangel Metatron. Okay, that's a story for another day. And Saint Germain, Mary, the mother of Jesus. And then when you look at the various ones like that are connected to, like, let's say, is it China or is it I think Korea, or is it Japan? Yeah, it will be a different, like, it will be, I don't know how to say, but it will be a different, the cultural representations or expressions of them will be different. Okay, so like even though they are all ascended masters, they come from different cultural backgrounds, and so it's like it's different frequencies and vibrations of the various things that are in the various cultures. And it's like you need to tune into the ones that align with you in terms of like the cultural background that you are most connected to or feel most aligned with in this lifetime. And I feel like this is coming through. That's why it says cosmic ancestors, to explain that it goes deeper. It's like it goes much, much deeper. You understand? It's like the root of the ascended master energy. And so it's like, it's not just like, oh, it's like Yeshua. So I'm calling out to Yeshua, and I'm a Muslim, so I don't feel like Yeshua should be my ascended master. It's like there is an ascended master that is also aligned with that cultural system, because ascended masters have come under many different cultures and religions and nationalities. You understand? They've come under many different things. And these names I mentioned, again, like I was saying, is because I don't know a lot of the names, but these are not like just the only ones. There are a lot. As a matter of fact, it is considered that there are 40 known or recorded ascended masters, right? Of which these names are just a few that I've mentioned. So again, like I'm saying, like in this period right now, a lot of digging is going to be needed. Like, this is what I mean by there are a lot of ascended masters, or there are a lot of teachers working in the energy of students. There's a lot of resources out there. You don't need to keep asking everybody else about things that are to do with you. Like, what is the meaning of your life path this, your life path that? As a matter of fact, that's why there are other people that do those as services. You can pay people to do that for you, or you can find the time and make the investment in energy and do the digging on yourself. Find out all these things about yourself. The last time I put in the community post, 1737 on the timer, and it's 7:37 a.m. So that's 7:37. So I put in the community post the other time some links of where you can check out your birth chart, your astrological birth chart, to find, the various planetary alignments, the planetary alignments when you were born, to see where your signs are, and then also to find your numerological thing. There's some basic ones that you can actually use where it's like just online. You can just put in, where it doesn't give you like a full reading for the background, but at least you will see the various things that your energy, the various numbers that come up in your energy. Okay, and then there's the other one. So that's like the other one is Astro Cafe. Okay, astrocafe.com. You can check Astro Cafe. Just basically put in your details and it will give you that information. Okay, another thing also is to study the various things that are in your chart. Like when your chart pool comes up, don't just look at your sun sign, right? Or just like, make your star sign, or, the main thing that you learn about you. Like, oh, maybe I'm a Cancer, I'm just going to learn about what a Cancer is, or like, a Leo. No, there are various aspects in the birth chart that allow you to see deeper into who you are, the core of who you are, all the way into understanding what your life path purpose is supposed to be, right? That is where you find it. You find that in the North Node. Like when you pull up your birth chart, you can look at the North Node. The North Node is what points you at the path you're supposed to be on. 1919 on the timer, that's 1010. So 1010 could be significant to somebody with the 733. That's 71 and also 17. 1010 has been coming up a lot. So I feel like there's a need to understand that with these various elements, and then going to the core of the different things that align with you will help you to really understand and know which ascended master you best work with. Okay, so like for instance, just because you're Christian doesn't mean you should be calling out only on Yeshua. Okay, or like just because you are only familiar Muslim doesn't mean you can't call on Yeshua or you can't call on Buddha, right? But then it's like, again, even though they have their own cultural background, it's important to understand your various elements, because just like how you are in this lifetime, you've had multiple lifetimes in different countries. So you need to know in this lifetime the various elements of you, right? This will help you to know which ascended masters are actively working with you. Not that you can't work with all of them. And this will help you to build your spiritual team if you don't already know who is on your spiritual team, right? So it's like the self-mastery is really the point where you are understanding. I think I'm going to do a video on reaching self-mastery for, like a podcast recording on it to post for you guys, something much longer, so I can go in depth about self-mastery, reaching self-mastery. Okay, so, and this is not to say, actually, no, yeah. So, with that, it's like, even with the various things, the various elements that make you who you are, this full person you are in this lifetime, a lot of those will allow you to see who the various, for instance, gods and goddesses or deities are that work with you. Okay, because the other thing is, ascended masters, again, like I was saying, they've had this physical experience, this emotional experience, whereby when it comes to just like elemental forces and the various, like some of the various deities, they didn't live this human experience that we are experiencing in this 3D. Okay, ascended masters come from a much closer time, even though their souls originates from a very far place. This is why we have cosmic ancestors here, because some of the ascended masters are actually originally souls of the cosmos, are originally cosmic souls, higher level souls, very, very ancient souls, like I've been saying in the previous readings. Okay, so it's like they walked this earth plane, this human experience. They had this human experience in this later part in the 3D to help them what? Again, clear out as much karma and be able to ascend as higher and awaken as many people as possible. This is where we speak of the volunteers, the higher ascended beings, the highly ascended beings who volunteered to come back on earth. These are beings that have crossed so many incarnations and karmic times. It's like literally we're living in different dimensions. Some as energy, some as like embodiment of various energy forms, like even planet. Okay, and these beings like literally volunteer to come on earth to help to raise the vibration of humanity. And to be able to do that is like, for a lot of, that's another thing to understand. One of the reasons why there's the main thing that comes with reincarnation in this time is the loss of the memory and the remembrance of the soul's identity, is because it is part of it. This allows us to go through the earth process without the egos of who we actually are, because in that human experience it's going to be difficult to contain it. And the other part is also the power and the energy that comes with it. This human form of this human flesh is not strong enough to contain that. It's not built to contain, for instance, celestial power. You need a light body, a celestial body, in order to be able to contain a certain level of light. And that higher energy, that's all light. That's like pure light. Okay, you need a higher, body, which would be a light body to contain that. It's like I'm getting this energy of like lasers. If it's too much light, if it's too hot, it will burn. Okay, so it's like that when the laser focuses on something, that light, it's just like light. It shoots like light. When it stays in a particular spot for too long, because that spot is not built to carry or it can't contain it, it starts to burn it. Okay, so in some sense, it's like it's part of the whole process to come in this energy of not knowing, to come in this energy of forgetting who you truly are. Right, and this is what helps the process to actually happen. So it's like, in this sense, it's saying, I feel like it wants to say, it's like it's also because there's a need to understand. There will be a need to remember certain things specifically and not everything. Okay, and so it's like there's even like different layers to the thing. And right now, before I started the reading, I was covering my hair, but specifically, I don't know, I didn't tie it. I have my hair wrapped like our Muslim sisters, when they put the scarf and it covers their whole shoulder. So this is what I've done right now, and it's like I have this. It's like like when they wear the jarabia and then they put the hair scarf on, and then it covers the whole shoulder. So I don't know why that's the energy I'm getting, and also I'm getting the color light blue and teal, like greenish blue, like watery green, like teal, light blue, like sky blue. I don't know that color. Okay, all right. Let me get into the cards. Let's see what is going to come up. What do we need to know right now, Ascended Masters? Please come through. Oh, I'm just realizing that on the Cosmic Ancestors card is number 10. So yeah, 10 could be very significant. And I feel like this is also saying like it's time to be the teacher. It's time to be the teacher. So for some of you, you are needing to teach yourself, right? You're needing to teach yourself so that because you will become a teacher, you will need to teach some people. You will need to teach people. So it's like you're needing to teach yourself first, okay? Like with Yeshua. I remember somebody, I saw in the comments, somebody put that he got the name Yeshua and he's not getting a lot of information on it, if I could tell him anything about it. So Yeshua is the real name of the man they call Jesus Christ, Jesus, the Christ. His real name is Yeshua, right? So that's the name of Yeshua. And Yeshua is only spoken of in the Bible from when the prophecy was made of his coming, and then when he was conceived, and then of his birth, okay? And then his danger, and then him having to go away. But there's nothing else of him till the time when I think he's 30 and he comes back. Now, in this period, there's been a lot of digging by esoteric teachers and just truth seekers and other psychics and stuff like that, and a lot of things have come up. I think I even did a video on it. I'm going to tag that video. The video is called Christ Consciousness and something, right? It's 27:17 on the timer right now. So this video spoke about certain things that have to do with Yeshua. 27:27 on the timer, and that's 99, and it's 7:47 on the timer. Sevens are very significant in this reading. So the part of the life of Jesus Christ, or Yeshua, which is a real name, that is why sometimes I don't respond to comments that have Jesus in it. Some people say it's because, oh yeah, you're scared of the name of J, whatever. I don't understand why people still want to keep calling the name of the wrong person, which is actually a devil-like energy, instead of the name of the real person. But that's one to have a download on it that I will share later. So the period where there is no account of Yeshua's life in the Bible till where he returns as an adult and now starts to preach, it is believed, and there has been found a lot of different things, even some traces back to information that dates information from the Ethiopian Bible that states that he went around the world to find enlightenment and awakening. Yeshua went around the world to study esoteric knowledge and also spirituality. Another thing also was he was recorded in temples in the Himalayas. He was recorded in temples as a divine man, a man of great wisdom that came through to learn. This is what I mean by the self-mastery. The ascended masters, there's a period where they go through a process of self-mastery. They're learning about themselves. It's all about the spirituality. They're getting to know more for the purpose of becoming self-masters of the things that they themselves are going to teach the collective to help to enlighten them. And it is believed Yeshua also visited India on his path of enlightenment. He visited India, and here he learned specific healing modalities, including Reiki, and how to manipulate energy, how to tune energy. And we know very well that Yeshua was very gifted and powerful in energy healing, or what it was considered as miracles in the Bible, which I keep saying there are a lot of you that have these gifts within you. Some of these things that you have the abilities to do, people now People will call it miraculous or supernatural abilities because we've been made to believe that only supreme beings are able to do that, or only supreme beings have those abilities. Well, the thing is, there are certain things that only supreme beings can master. But when it comes to energy, when it comes to healing and channeling energy, it's something that many of us can do if you cultivate that energy, if you put in that cultivation. It's something that, again, you have to reach self-mastery to be able to do. And this is why people are able to learn Reiki. Otherwise, it would be for only the gifted hands. But people are able to learn it. And it's also because there is this innate ability within all of us to channel universal life force to use to heal. That's because there's a piece of the universe that exists within all of us. This is where universal life force comes to play, because everybody has universal life force in them, and that universal life force can be channeled to use for healing. Okay, so it doesn't just come from the other person. And then we have those that have the gifted hands, have these abilities. So again, self-mastery really is about knowing, learning. And it's not just for the purpose of remaining a student or just learning. 31:13 on the timer. It is for the purpose of what? Teaching. The purpose of becoming a teacher yourself. Okay? So I'm getting this energy of there will be certain things even that you won't need anybody to teach you. You will be it's like you will download it, and it's just going to feel right in your spirit because it's a knowing that is there. And as an ascended master, everything is not, again, going to be taught with you. There are things that you will be the only one that are giving, and then you will find the information and bring out the realization and the truths about. Okay, so an ascended master, especially if you're an ascended master number 33, you are in this energy where there are things that you will find out and be able to understand in a way that others can't understand, so that you can explain it to others, so that you can teach it to others. So it's like energy will be downloaded within you as codes and light codes. And I'm seeing geometric codes. That's another thing that was coming up. 3222 on the timer was this 12-strand DNA thing. And Spirit was saying the reason why I'm hearing 12-strand DNA is because the 12-strand DNA theory is the only thing on earth that is close to what is happening right now. That is close to the energy that Spirit was trying to explain. So that download, I haven't recorded it yet because it's not ready. They're still teaching me about that energy, the whole energy about it, because some of the things that come, I have to be taught in order to be able to deliver it. And this is the energy I'm talking about. So it's you have to be able to put yourself in this state of wanting to know and needing to learn the things that are aligned with you and your path. But you can only do that when you are knowing yourself fully. So you know what to learn. There are too many people out here also that are just learning and reading everything, listening to everything, overconsumption. You are consuming too much but not producing enough. You are consuming but not creating enough. Overconsumption limits creation. If you are over-consuming, it means you're not creating enough. And again, like I was saying, as an ascended master, the teaching part, that is you creating. And teaching is not always just about speaking to other people. Your teaching can be through a creative way where it's what you're writing. It could be a book. It could be a movie. It could be a skit, right? It could be a painting. Whatever it is, however you are able to teach it, it's going to be downloaded into it like codes, just like how it was downloaded into you. But how you put it out or express it, the people are going to be able to understand when they receive it. So there's a need for whoever this message is for. There's a need for you to really rise into your energy, get grounded in your energy, and you start that by what? Self-mastery. Get to know more about yourself as possible as you can. And then from this self-mastery, you can use it to build your spiritual team. Okay? For instance, even just with your date of birth alone, you can get some of your spiritual teams. And when we speak of the spiritual teams, there are different factions of the spiritual teams. Okay. So the main spiritual team, I would say the main person I'll start with is spirit. Spirit is like your best friend. Spirit is like your buddy. Spirit is like, yeah, spirit is your G. That's your guy. Spirit is like that voice in your head that will tell you to go and do something before something happens, or tells you to move and then something happens. That voice that nudges you to make a move before something drastic happens or something changes. That's spirit. Spirit is like your higher self energy. Spirit is what becomes an ancestor when we die, when the soul goes away and the body becomes nothing. The essence of who we were in that lifetime is what becomes the ancestor. That is the spirit that is living. The Holy Spirit, the living spirit, that is spirit. So like for instance, when I'm reading cards and I say, what's up spirit or what's next spirit? That's me communicating with that, my spirit energy, that living spirit, higher self energy. The higher self energy, that living spirit is all knowing. It knows things that we don't know. That is why sometimes you feel weird around some people when they haven't done anything, but that's your spirit saying, nah, we don't like this person, because your spirit has seen the things that you can't see. Your spirit knows the things that they're harboring against you that you don't know. Your spirit sees things that's going on around you. Okay, so the spirit, and then we have the ancestors. I think we all understand who the ancestors are. The ancestors, they come from the various lineages and bloodlines that we come from. They come from the various spiritual lines that are connected to us, and these reach out to the cosmos depending on who you are. That's where cosmic ancestors come in. So we have earthly ancestors, and then we have the cosmic ancestors depending on who you are. Okay, and then we have the angelic guides. The angelic guides, they delve in different realms. They operate in different realms, as in their operation happens from different realms, but they're very much also present with us in the 3D as energetic bodies, as spiritual bodies, light bodies. All right. So the angelic team, that's where we have, depending on who you are or what, you relate to, you find your archangel there. One of mine or some of mine are Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Metatron. So you will know from the ones that are connected with you. So, okay, so, based on, I will explain that from here. I'll share some tips on how you can find out who is connected with you when I'm done with this list, right? So that's the angelic guides. The angelic guides are the different angels, okay? And everybody has an angelic guide, all right? And then we have the familiar spirit. Familiar spirits are like spirits that have become familiar with you for one reason or the other and are in favor to you. Some of these familiar spirits can come in the form of people that you did good for in a past life, spirits that you helped in a past life, and then they follow you around in every lifetime they meet you. They stick around with you to do goodness for you, to protect you, to shield you for one reason or the other. Familiar spirits can be spirits that are connected to people that we used to be associated with, energies that we used to be associated with, right? So for instance, if you had a mother or if you had a sister who passed on, they can become a familiar spirit. Or you had a sister who passed on, but died a certain death, but they didn't pass on, right? And is still lingering in this earthly realm, can become a familiar spirit around you that helps. Also, familiar spirits are sometimes people that have passed on loved ones, because not all passed on loved ones become ancestors. That's another thing to understand. When you just want to classify them generally as ancestors, then there are a lot, but not all of them work with us. You understand? As a matter of fact, if you want to classify it as that, some of our ancestors don't like us because we're living the energies they were never able to live. We're living the life they were never able to live. Okay. Some people's ancestors are still living in revenge, living in remorse still. So their energies are different. You understand? And then, so depending on where you are now, or the level you've reached, or where you've helped your ancestors to reach, or whatever healing you've done, will also determine what familiar spirits are working with you. So like I was saying, some of these familiar spirits are spirits from familiar lines or bloodlines and stuff like that. However, they are not like ancestors because they haven't been elevated. Okay. All right. So these are some of the spirits that will cause chaos around you for something that is happening, or something that some people are doing, and not exactly in a way that you would like, and they are like, yo, this is how we operate. Some familiar spirits could also be like spirits that are from the lower realms. And it's not that they are negative energies. That is just where they come from, but they operate in the light of your energy because you operate from light. So when understanding familiar spirit also, that is a whole other thing. This is why self-mastery is so important, because you can never use another person's blueprint to understand yours. And it's the intricacy of our making is so crazy. It's so unique that it's impossible, literally impossible, to ever get one blueprint to fit two people. Never. So the self-mastery part is very important. Okay. And then you have like nature spirit. Okay. Sometimes nature spirits become our guides. Some nature spirits can be like, for instance, what do you call it? Fairies, right? And deities, but elemental forms, not specifically deities, because you have to be deified. And then these nature spirits come in the form of who we are, right? They usually are attached to us based on who we are. Nature spirits, you get them like, let's say, for instance, if you are somebody that's a herbalist, right? You work with herbs, healing with plant and stuff like that, you do root work. It's very possible for nature spirits to attach to you and to work with you. Okay, so these would be spirits of the forest and stuff like that, or of plant, that work with you because of what you do. Let's say you work with flowers and stuff like that. You do something that like brings light and just like work around, let's say, is it horticulture, flowers, I understand, like people that love butterflies, people that create spaces to bring butterflies and stuff like that. These people is very common for fairies to work with them, right? So fairies would, fairy energies would be attracted to these people. Okay. And then, like, for instance, people that are connected to the ocean, it's very common for ocean spirit to want to work with them or to work with them. So this is where nature spirits come in. So you can get spirit guides who are also as a result of your connection to nature, or which element in nature you're connected to. Okay. And then, like I was saying, and then there's a cosmic ancestor. So there are various factions of our spiritual team, right? And on them, it's not just one person, some is multiple people. Okay, so let me just leave that there. And then I was trying to say, how do you find who some of your spirit teams are? Let me start with, like, for instance, what I was saying with the nature spirit. Check your birth when looking at the birth chart, even with your zodiac sign. Like, for instance, Cancers are connected to water, right? So the Cancer energy, July also, it's connected to the ocean's energy, which is what? Mother Yemaya. And that's another thing that has been coming. Azil Danto has been coming to me a lot. She came to me this morning a lot also, a few months ago or weeks ago also. So for instance, Azil Danto, Mother Yemaya, they are connected to the waters. Oshun, they are connected to the waters. Whereby Oshun is connected more to the rivers. Mother Yemaya is connected to the oceans and the seas. Okay, so if you're a July born, or you were born in the water energy, or if you are a Cancer, you are usually considered a water child, which means that water spirit will be naturally drawn to you, and it's possible to get water spirit as your spirit guide, or you can work with water spirit as your spirit guide. And then in working with water spirit, like for instance, a lot of you identify as mermaids, whereby a lot of you also identify as old souls that have come from the primordial waters. All right. And so some of you will, resonate with the mother Tiamat, but that is an energy that comes from a very old place. So it's like, it depends on, again, that's what I was saying, self-mastery. Know yourself, and that will help you to know who is working with you, or choose who walks with you, because they will receive you. Right? You understand? Like Mother Tiamat, it's like it's an open energy, but then to work with it, it's like that attunement will have to come from a deeper place of that time, because it's very old. Okay, and I'll give you another example of, like, let's say, for instance, Oshun and Azil Danto. The Azil Danto's energy is not. Wait, hold on. Do I have this right? Hold on, guys. 4444 on the timer, and it's 8:04 a.m. I feel like I want to look up this because it's another name coming to me, but it's literally hiding in the back of my mind. I don't know how to say it because it's like I'm seeing it, but it's not coming out, and I'm hearing Santeria. I'm hearing Santeria, so I don't know if it's the name that is connected to Santeria or it's what I'm seeing that is connected to Santeria. So let me check. I want to check. I'm very interested in checking. It says Azil Danto, also known as Azil Danto, is a powerful and revered spirit or loa in Haitian voodoo. Oh, it's her. So this energy, oh my goodness, for the last few weeks when Haiti has come up, it's come up with like heavy goosebumps and literally like flesh down chills. Okay. This morning, last night in one of the comments, I read a conversation between two Asian gods or goddesses basically on the channel, and the way they expressed, like they got to know each other, and then there was one person that added in the comment and said, I'm a third Asian here. And then this morning, Azil Danto has been coming up a lot. And I remember in one of the comments, I told somebody to go to the elders. Whoever that was in the comment or whoever is of Haitian descent that I am speaking to right now, Azil Danto is trying to work with you guys. Azil Danto is trying to work with you, whoever you are. This is that energy that you're needing to reach out to. Somebody was saying they didn't know who to reach out to, that they were lost. And that this person was specifically a Haitian person that I spoke to. She said something about Aiti's energy. And I said to go to the elders. Somebody is needing to reach out to Azil Danto, especially if you're of Haitian descent. Okay, let me take the rest of it. It says, she is a fierce protector of women, children, and the marginalized, embodying strength, motherhood, and a fierce independence. Often depicted as a dark-skinned woman, sometimes resembling the Black Madonna. She is known for her maternal nature and her role as a warrior for the oppressed. I am telling you guys, I feel like this message just gave an opening for it to shoot out. This message gave an opening for it to shoot out. So again, somebody, if you're wondering, your spirit guides, for somebody, Azil Danto is one of your spirit guides, or she wants to work with you. Okay? Wow. I really felt like I needed to look this up, and that's it, as I've looked it up. Because when I was speaking of Mother Yemaya, I personally work with Mother Yemaya also as a water child. And then I have the fire side, which is also like my other contracts and the different ones I work with. So this energy of Azil Danto coming through, I feel like this is that energy, the ascended master. So remember I was saying how there are a lot of other ascended masters, but I don't know. And then there are some that we know, but don't know they are ascended masters. This is giving me that energy. This is one of our ascended masters, but we do not know this. Okay. And it's 8:08 a.m. right now. That's 8:08. So I was trying to say, when you look up your birth chart, for instance, depending on what month you were born, you can find who is connected to that month, and then you can now research them, and you will feel within you who you are connected to, and then pray on it and actually ask them to start to reveal to you the signs. And if you are already connected to them, you would have already seen the signs, because by now they would have already shown you many signs, right? Like if you're connected to Mother Yemaya, you will get signs with conch, like she'll leave you conch shells on the beach, or you will be very connected to the ocean. You will have dreams of the ocean. You have dreams of fishes, of swimming with the fishes. You have dreams of jewels or pearls and stuff like that. There's always this thing about jewels and pearls and the giving of abundance that ocean children always dream of. And that's usually the initiation into your power. When you reach a certain age, it's almost like a coming of age present, right? Where you're giving. That's if you're working in the right energies, where it's like you're giving, because like ocean children, for instance, are considered to be very abundant and are meant to walk in abundance because of the emotions and the kind of heart that is attached to us. We are as giving as the fishes, and so we give of ourselves a lot, and so we are meant to have a lot of abundance because of our giving nature. Okay. And if you're connected to, for instance, if you're a fire sign, or depending on where your fire sign falls, like Mars, you might be connected to Shango. Okay. If you're somebody that connects very much with lightning, or you can hear, it's almost like you can understand the thunder when it roars. It's like you might be connected to Shango. You understand? If your water energy is more calming and streamlined, you might be connected to Oshun, because she is of the rivers. It's a bit of a different energy from the energy of the ocean water. Okay, so it's a lot of different ways to figure out who you're working it, and that's that's another thing when it comes to the spirit guides. The Orishas are also another that embody the energy of the elemental forces that you can call on to be part of your spirit guides, or some people already work with. Because for some, again, like I was saying, depend on how old your soul is, your ancestor could be an Orisha, right? So for some people, whereas their guides or their the deities that they connect with are Orishas, for some people your ancestors are the Orishas. Okay, so there are different energies. And I remember in one reading I did a few months ago, I said that some people did some things and they took you to Orishas, or because they work with Orishas. And now they are facing the consequences because you are an ancestor of Orishas. So it's like, that's where it's like, see, when it comes to the spirit realms, me, I don't even know a lot. I just know what I know, and I'm still learning. Okay, but some people are not just connected to things, they are a part of it. The things that work with some people, it's not because they caught it up. Some people don't even know what they are working with. Some people don't even see, they don't know, they don't have a clue what they're working with. These things work with them not because they are masters or they revere them. No, they work with them because they are literally part of them. They are family. Okay? Okay. So again, another thing that you can use to see who you are working with, or some spirit guides, are the day you were born or the hour you were born in. Okay? And the planetary, the planets that you are connected with. Okay, because there are the various planets, the various gods, the various deities, and the various energies that are connected to some of these things. And again, when you look them up, you research till your spirit, because the thing with research is, this is how you become a teacher yourself. Like I was saying, the things that you're going to be looking out for, it's not like mainstream news and mainstream, it's not like just there. You'll find them in things where you have to dig. And so it's like you are going to be guided by spirit. I told you guys, spirit is like your best friend. Spirit is like your higher self. It's with you. It's like spirit moves with you. Spirit is like, but also spirit is like, spirit is the one that is like there. It's like always motivating you, pushing you, looking out for you. Right? And the other voice that usually comes against spirit is that 3D self, the doubt, the ego. Okay? So it's like your spirit will guide you to know what to learn when you start. So it's like the more you research, it's like that is when your spirit begins to nudge you. You begin to hear the words in your head of what to say, which word, no, of what to read, what to type, what words to search, where to look. Your intuition. Okay, so the information that will come to you, it will be almost as if it's like you're just going to feel like, oh my God, this is exactly what I needed. This is exactly what I needed to find. That's because your spirit led you there. So again, like the card said, open communication, guys. Oh my goodness, let me see, how long have we gone into the message? I've been channeling the whole thing. I've totally lost track of time. Wow, it's 53:54 on the timer. And I haven't even, I think this is going to be more channeled message, because the next card that came out is light codes. Travel awaits you. I'm telling you, light codes, travel awaits you. Ascended masters, you are needing to travel into your light because there are codes there that are waiting for you. There's a need for higher learning right now. There's a need for you to be really learning the things. And I'm not saying this is, again, be stuck in student mode. No, the higher learning is for you to reach self-mastery because you were needing to share. You were needing to enlighten. This is who you are. You were made. It's like you go through the fire to come and tell of the details of the flames and how to quench it. Right? Everything that you're going to be learning about yourself is so that you can truly connect with your team to help and guide you on this phase. Because the Ascended Master energy, again, it was coming through because they want to enlighten you. They want to bring you some form of enlightenment. 5505 on the timer. Again with the 14s and the 5s. So it's like the Ascended Master energy is coming through to say, hey, we're here. So even this message that is coming through is part of the guidance that we're receiving. They're showing us how we can build our spiritual team. They're showing us some of the ways that we can use to find out who is working with us or who we're working with. Okay? So I feel like this need for self-mastery is just really tapping into yourself, becoming very familiar with yourself, and then now using that to build on it, because with the help of your spirit team, now you are going to get all the right information, your intuition, and then now it's just going to be more free-flowing, right? But open the communication if you already haven't opened the communication, you understand? 5555 on the timer. What else do we need to know? Oh, a call came through. Soul fragment, balance will be restored. And guess what is on the card, guys? We have number 33. Number 33, soul fragment, balance will be restored. This is what this message is about. That's what I'm saying. Even this message in itself is a form of guidance. The soul fragment, this is the thing about, wow, and under the deck it says lead the way. Light your own path. Number 23, that's 5. 5 is very significant. So 1414, 555, 0505, and 55 is very significant. Also 2323, but also 1010. Wow. 1010, 555, 2323, 0505, and 1414. So with the soul fragment and lead the way, it's like balance will be restored. You are going to restore the balance by reconnecting with those soul fragments that have been lost, that you have lost, that have been lost. Why did I say lost? Lost. That have been forgotten. Okay, the forgotten part of you, those soul fragments that you feel like are lost, that it's like it's not there, so it's like you're not connecting to it. You are going to, this is what it's like the Ascended Masters want to help you to balance. They want to help you restore the balance so that you can regain these soul fragments. So you can regain these soul fragments. I'm hearing Goddess Isis. But specifically, I'm hearing Goddess Isis, and I'm hearing the name of a guy called Steve Noble. Steve Noble is a guy on YouTube who does specifically channeled messages and ascension frequencies and light code activations through binaural beat and meditations, guided meditations, channeled specifically for starseed and ascended masters and light workers. 5808 on the timer. I feel like I'm going to send something in the community post. I feel like whoever is listening to, if you're really trying to tap into your higher self, or you consider yourself of a higher energy that you're needing to understand, you should check out Steve Noble. He has a Goddess Isis recover fragmented self meditation. God, please help me to remember all this so I don't forget. I'm going to be listening to this audio even after it has gone on live. So I'll be listening with you guys on the live premiere so that I can be making the changes and adding on all these marks if I forget to add them. Because I always listen to the live. I try my best to listen in so that I can tag the parts that I missed. 5858 on the timer. Wow, 5858. That's 1313. 44. So with the card on the deck, lead the way, light your own path. This is what I was saying. A lot of the things that you are needing to do or take lead on, they are not things that are there already. That's why you might be feeling too confused, lost. It's like, where do I look? It's like, where do I find the information I need? You are the source of that information. Your team, the Ascended Masters, they are open to what? Give you the key to opening these things, the light codes to activate this within you so that you can now what? Be the one to lead the way, to light your path with that enlightenment. Okay? So you are needing to take this. It's like this is going to help you really align with your purpose. So it's like the Ascended Master energy is coming through to say, it's like we want to help you to align with your purpose. This is beautiful. What else, Spirit? What else do we need to know about this energy, Ascended Masters? Wow. Number 15, eternal union. New love is forming. New love is forming. For some of you, the help that is coming to you is going to also be in a form of a partnership. This has been coming up a lot, and this is giving me the energy of twin flames. For some of you, if you align with, if you are familiar with the concept of twin flames or believe that you have a twin flame, this could be for you, because with the eternal union and new love is forming, what I'm getting is for some of you, this is going to come in the form of a partnership, some form of help, right? But you and your partner could be Ascended Masters. You and your partner could be Ascended Masters. 15 goes to 6. So you could be a life path number 33, or somebody that you're connecting with could be a life path number 33, because 33 goes to 6. So I feel like for some of you, this is going to come in a form of union where it's like you are going to be carrying out your purpose with a partner. It's like you are going to be connecting with somebody. So this could be like a power couple dynamic, or like, a power couple dynamic where you come together and raise the vibration of earth. Okay. So another thing I'm getting also is like there's a need to be patient. If you are in this energy of feeling like, wow, 1133 on the timer. If you're in this energy of feeling like, oh, where's my partner? I feel so drained. I feel like I could use my partner, my own person. Like somebody could be feeling like you've been doing this alone for too long and you could use some actual, like you're getting support. You know that you're getting the support, right? But it's like somebody wants a companion. And this is saying that you have a companion. It won't be long before your companion comes and you do this together. Okay, it won't be long before you find your companion and both of you are going to do this together. But it's like even on your own, you will be needing to do this. And that's another thing. You won't be able to align with your divine union when you haven't aligned with your true soul self also, when you are not walking in your path or your purpose, okay? But that is not the case for everybody. Some people meet their soulmate in the midst of despair. Okay? All right, guys. I feel like this is where we're ending this message, but I'm being called to take one more card, maybe 2 from the shamanic healing deck. So let's do that. What do we need to know, Spirit? Oh, wow, that was fast. Oh, we have number 42, joy. Oh my God, and 42 also goes to 6, just like the last card, 15, 6. So joy. With the eternal union being the last and this coming up, it's like what I was saying, for some of you, you may have been asking for a companion, like you're seeking a companion, like you've been, and you may have been feeling alone for a while, or you've been doing this alone for a while, like you don't feel like you're being supported, or you have like support down here. And like I was saying, the Ascended Masters, they understand the human emotions better than the other elemental forces, because like they've been human. They've been through all of those things. Do you get what I'm saying? So they understand it, all the love situations and the heart situation and the hopeless romanticness and all those things. But also the need, 10333 on the timer, but also the need for that partnership for you in the physical sense. So it's like this is reaffirmation with a joy leading back to number 6, that you are going to be coming into union with a divine partner that will help you on this path. And again, take it how it resonate. Right? Wow. Take it how it resonates. If it's not yours, it's not yours. And if you'd like to book a personal reading, you can check you can check the links in the bio, or you can go directly to Mystic Lotus Wellness Haven and check what reading offers are available. Okay. So as always, guys, please listen with discernment, take only what resonates and leave what doesn't. And I feel like saying again, if you're connecting with Haiti or if you're feeling called to do something, Azil Danto wants to help. She's reaching out, right? And as always, please listen with discernment, take only what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if this message resonates with you, please like, share, subscribe to help us reach even more of our soul tribe. 10444 on the timer, just as I said that. All right, guys. Have a blessed day.